Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sabans to welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And I'm pretty fired up. And I want to tell you guys where this show came from, what really prompted this show. So we just recently did a show, obviously depends on the order in which you're watching them, where Bob Myers had a sit-down interview on the Game Over podcast with Max Kellerman and Rich Paul. And during this conversation that they were having, Bob Myers then essentially began to make a pitch to LeBron James for why he should join their team. So for those of you who didn't see that, we want to play a little bit of it here, and then we're going to come back.
If he was here, I'd say I honestly believe this is your best chance to win. You have to decide all the other things that are equally important because it's his life, right? He has to play. He has to face the scrutiny of his decision. Half the people will say you should have done this or should have done that, and they'll criticize him for whatever, which is his life. So he's been through all that. What I would just say is, if it's about winning, let's talk about this team because you can win here in Philadelphia. If you want to talk about other stuff, about what's this guy like, what's that? By the way, he knows players, a lot of them better than I do. Their games. This is a guy that probably watches more basketball than anybody understands. Like
That's a fact.
He's not just playing, and he's probably watching the game in February that nobody's watching. So he knows, not only does he know the guys, he knows how they play.
I hate to do this, Bob, but I'm going to make the pitch for LeBron in Philadelphia now.
Oh, God.
I hate to do this because Knicks just won the championship, the whole thing. But
Fantastic. So you heard what they had to say. So as I was reacting to those comments, I found myself getting upset. And the reason I was getting upset was because it has become clear to me that LeBron James is not a real competitor. It became clear to me that the only way this guy can win championships is if he has a stacked deck. And the thing that's really frustrating me is that the media seems to be going along with this. They're not saying anything. They go around and tear down all of these other players who couldn't win, like Charles Barkley and all of those other guys. But then they give LeBron a total pass when it comes time to build super teams. Like, they even sit down and come up with presentations, PowerPoint presentations on ESPN as to what can we do? What scenario can we create for this guy to win a chip? And it made me remember something that took place a number of years ago. And it was this heated argument that took place on TNT inside the NBA between Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal. And it looked like they were about to come to blows. But essentially what Charles Barkley was saying was that this guy doesn't want to compete. He wants everybody on his team. He's afraid to compete. So for those of you who don't remember that exchange, we want to play a little bit of it for you now. And I'm going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to those guys there.
Same kind of question I asked KG. LeBron James' comments were blank.
Inappropriate, whiny, all the above. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they have given him everything he wanted. They have the highest payroll in NBA history. He wanted J.R. Smith last summer. They paid him. He wanted Shumpert last summer. They bought in Kyle Korver. He's the best player in the world. Does he want all the good players? He don't want to compete. He is an amazing player. But this notion, they're the defending champs. And for him to be trying to hold anything over Dan Gilbert's head, and I love all these wild punk-ass reporters on television who's afraid to call out LeBron. LeBron's a great player and a great guy. But this notion that he's got to have all the best players on his team. He's got Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. He wants everybody. He don't want to compete. He want to be the favorite all the time. It just pisses me off that a guy that great don't want to compete.
His comments were what, Kenny?
Inappropriate. And
you stole his answer.
Yeah, it was inappropriate. And
you cheated off my test. That's why he's successful today.
But I'll tell you what. Everyone has his perspective. This is our perspective. But we can't understand your perspective when you are the best player in the world. We can't understand your perspective when you have 2 All-Stars. We just can't understand it. So it's like the guy who says, well, I got a Lamborghini, I got a Bentley and a Ferrari, but I need an everyday car, man. We can't understand that perspective, man. I'm sorry. You have 3 of the best cars in the world. So, and you need an everyday Chevy to get you around, a U-Haul things around. We can't have sympathy for you. You could have that perspective, but we can give you no sympathy when you are LeBron James, the best player in the world, with all of those tools, top-heavy tools. We cannot have any sympathy. That's my understanding of it.
Shaq.
His comments were inappropriate, but Chuck, don't ever say LeBron doesn't want to compete. Does he need all the good players on this team to win? Yes. It's inappropriate because I think in a professional manner he could have went upstairs. They have great history, they have some bad history, but the history was rekindled. He should have went upstairs.
But you don't think there's something wrong with even wanting more?
No, let me
like
finish.
from where
No,
you
it's
are
not.
now. You don't
It's
think
not.
that
No.
there is something fundamentally
wrong. Something fundamentally
like with
wrong.
saying that he wants more.
You played for a team that had Big Four. You forgot about that?
Big Four?
You, Akeem, Scotty.
First of all,
it doesn't matter.
That wasn't even close.
It doesn't matter.
No, it's not even close.
It doesn't matter.
We were all old men way past our prime.
It doesn't matter.
This guy just won the championship. He got a young Kyrie Irving and a terrific Kevin Love. And
But
now,
it takes more than that to win the
they
championship.
just won the championship. What do you mean it takes more?
Okay.
They just won the championship.
First of all, you know nothing about going back to back. I do, and Kenny do. Listen. Teams are coming at his head. They need more. They need a big shot Bob. They need a guy like Kenny Smith. They need a playmaker like LeBron said. It's only inappropriate because he went to the media. He should have went to Dan Gilbert and said, hey, I need help, boom, boom, boom. And they should have had a private conversation. But don't ever say LeBron don't want to compete.
Hey, listen, he says he needs help. Listen, he's the best player in the world. He's got plenty of help. Why don't he take
He's looking at, don't you think, looking at Golden State and saying, boy, they added Kevin Durant.
But that's none of his business, Ernie.
I know, but don't you think...
You want to be the GM for every team in the league now?
I'm just saying, don't you think that provides his view of where Cleveland is and their chances of repeating...
Cleveland's done everything. Ernie, they got the highest payroll in the league. They don't have any tradable parts.
I'm just trying to say why LeBron might be looking at that as saying,
go ahead.
He says, we're not as good, and they're better than they were.
He doesn't have that right because what Kevin Durant did was not ordinary. That was extraordinary. That doesn't happen in our lifetime. That's the first time that's happened in basketball lifetime, where a guy who was on a team that was up 3-1 and was about to go to the NBA Finals goes to the team that beats them. That doesn't happen. So you cannot compare what Golden State has to what the world has. LeBron James, regardless, is the best player in the world, the most difficult player to guard at this stage of his career.
And he has a
we
right
cannot have any sympathy for you.
And
we can't understand your perspective.
Let me say one thing,
That's
too.
all.
Looking for your
We're not saying that right or wrong.
Let me tell you something, Ernie.
But when you announce it to the media, you are looking for...
First of all, we don't even know what's going to happen in the finals. But if LeBron James is able to beat the Golden State Warriors or the San Antonio Spurs, his legacy is going to grow through the roof. But this notion, listen, the Cleveland Cavaliers have the highest payroll in the NBA.
I'm granting you that. I understand that.
But Ernie, this ain't like a 7-Eleven. You can just go in and buy anything. They're trying to make trades. They got lucky getting Kyle Korver. Like, Kyle Korver's a good player. They gave up Mike Dunleavy, who wasn't even playing. But this ain't like you can just say, hey, let me go get this player here, there. They got the highest payroll in the league. They paying $40, $50 million in luxury.
If they were under the cap, he might have a point. But when you're the highest paid team in the NBA.
By far.
You don't have a leg to stand on when you make that comment. Now, you could say, we need to make our young guys who are here, we need to get them ready quicker and figure out a way because you have no movable income and movable parts because you are the highest paid team. You did everything that you could do. You spent the most.
And that's why I said he should have had that conversation with Dan Gilbert instead of going to the media.
Okay.
And that's the only problem we have with it, Shaq.
No, you're saying he don't want to compete. Do he want to have the best player? Yeah, he want to have the best player.
We all want the best players. But he's the defending NBA champion.
And
they act like they don't have a chance. They have a chance. He's the best player in the world.
That's okay, and they need better players.
So you saw it there. Guys, look. There's a reason why people say LeBron has ruined the NBA. Do you know why the whole second apron clause and all this was put in place? It's because of LeBron. He's the one. Because of him, teams now can have more than 2 max players. Because of him. Because of him. Because that move that he did when he went to Miami devastated the NBA. They basically gamed the system. And I remember it as somebody that was watching basketball then. That move was frowned upon by the entire NBA community, and they themselves knew it. And the part that made it worse was they were smug about it. I'm talking about the Miami Heat, Dwayne Wade. They were smug, like, yeah, what are you going to do? And that's why when they lost in the fight, because everybody was rooting against them, that's why when they lost in the finals, everyone celebrated. That's the reason why you hear people like Jeff Teague say LeBron James ruined the NBA. And you hear other players say he ruined the Iman Shumpert and all. It's true. And what they mean was that he took the competition out of the game. And then it became an arms race to see who has the most superstars and players on their team to win championships. And the part that gets me is that after this guy has spent a career doing this, in 24 years, 23, 24 years, he only has 4 titles. 4. And going on 24 years. And his stupid ass fan base wants to make it seem like it's a debate between him and Michael Jordan, where Michael Jordan, he played what? 12 full seasons, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 12 full seasons with the Chicago Bulls. And in those 12 seasons, he won 6 titles. 50% of the time, he was winning NBA champion. 50%. It took Jordan only 12 years to win 6. LeBron is still going, and he's still sitting on 4. And we're actually sitting down talking about, oh, could he go join the Miami Heat and go join Bam Adebayo and Giannis Antetokounmpo and those guys over there? Oh, maybe he can go to Philly and go join them with Jaylen Brown and Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Or maybe he can go to Golden State. And when he's in Golden State, he can go with Anthony Davis. It'll be him, Stephen. Like, it's so disgusting. There's no more competition, and they're making it okay. And then when he loses, they try to just act like it's no big deal. I don't understand what sports is becoming. It's not a competitive thing. That's why when the original decision was made, Michael Jordan said, I could never go join Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. I'm a competitor. I wanted to beat those guys. When we were on the Team USA, the Olympic team, we were blowing the doors off of everybody, and it wasn't a competitive thing. He said, I'm a competitor. And Charles Barkley was right then. This is the only guy to give a pass. Who else gets a pass? All the other greats, they got to find a way to win, man. They got to find a way to win, man. They got to find a way to win. And the media now today is, what can we do to put LeBron in the best position to win? It's just so disgusting. I'm being sincere with you. It has ruined basketball. It has ruined it. And that's why a lot of fans were celebrating getting back to some damn parity. Look at the NBA Finals. Were those super teams in the NBA Finals? No. They were just great teams surrounded by 1 or 2 great players. And then the rest, it was just a bunch of great players around them. Not mega teams. I mean, it's just so disgusting at this point. It is so nauseating. These are my thoughts.